Hi my dear children, today we are going to see a very important concept which is known as oogenesis, guys. So here we'll be learning about a lot of details, right? So I want everybody to concentrate so guys you can easily understand, alright? Along with oogenesis we are also going to see about folliculogenesis. So I will explain everything in detail. Alright guys, so let us begin. So let me begin with the very basics, guys. Look at the reproductive system. Now you guys are very much well versed with the reproductive systems. If not, go back and see my old videos. Alright guys, so they have a pair of ovaries. I told you every month, right, the ovaries alternatively release one egg. For example, if this month the right ovary is releasing one egg into the fallopian tube, next month the left ovary will be releasing one egg, right? So this is what happens, right? So now what kind of egg is released into the fallopian tube? We say that the mature egg. So now how is the egg maturing? But even before maturing, how did the egg form in the ovaries? Right? How did it form? So that formation of egg, ova, we call it egg, right? Formation of egg is known as oogenesis. Oo indicates the egg and genesis indicates formation, right? So this egg is, developing from an immature egg to a mature egg. For that it needs some nutrients and it needs some protection, right? So who's doing that? So there are certain supportive cells called follicular cells. They are doing that. So how are they forming? How are they forming in the ovaries? So knowing about the formation of the follicles, that is known as folliculogenesis. Alright guys, alright. So now you guys know what is oogenesis and folliculogenesis. Oogenesis is formation of the egg cell. Folliculogenesis is the formation of follicle. Alright guys, and there is one important thing which you have to know. So guys, follicular cells and follicle both are different. Alright guys, very important. Most of the students will confuse this. Follicular cells are also known as granulosa cells, right? Yeah. So what is this follicular cells or granulosa cells? If suppose this is the egg, some cells will be surrounding the egg and providing nutrition to the egg. So these cells are known as, this is the egg guys, the blue part, and the surrounding cells are known as follicular cells or granulosa cells. Now what is a follicle? Follicle is both of these things, that is egg plus the follicular cells. Understanding guys? Egg plus follicular cells is known as a follicle. Is that clear? Is that clear? Whenever they say primordial follicle or primary follicle or secondary follicle, it means the egg along with the follicular cells. Understanding guys? Clear? So be clear with this, you will understand everything. Now shall we begin guys? Shall we begin? Right. Yeah. So before that I will give you one interesting aspect about ovary. So guys, I told you every month each ovary releases one egg, which means 12 eggs will be released. 12 eggs will be released in one complete year, right? Because we have 12 months, right? Every month one egg will be released. Imagine guys, they are removing one ovary from the female reproductive system because there is a tumor in the ovary, say a cancerous condition. So one particular ovary is removed. Now what do you think guys? Do you think only 6 eggs will be produced a year? No, wrong. Even when one ovary is removed, the system accommodates itself. It adapts itself to the changing environment. And even if one ovary is released, even if one ovary is removed, 12 eggs will be released per year. How? The one ovary itself will release one egg every month. Understanding guys? And guys, do you remember I told you when we learned about the male reproductive system, orchido means testis. I told you. Do you guys remember it? Orchidectomy is removal of testis. I told you, no guys. Orchidectomy. Yes. Likewise, the name for the medical terminology for ovaries is oophorio. So oophorectomy is nothing but the removal of ovaries. If they are removing only one ovary because of a tumorous condition, you call it unilateral oophorectomy. Unilateral oophorectomy. If they are removing both the ovaries because of tumorous condition, then it is known as bilateral oophorectomy. So guys, oophorio means ovaries, orchido means testis. Alright guys, orchidectomy is a surgical removal of testis, oophorectomy is surgical removal of ovaries. Alright, with that beautiful information, let us begin the session. Alright, you can see something called primordial follicles. Follicles mean guys, egg along with the follicular cells. See, then it is developing into primary follicle. Primary follicle is developing into secondary follicles. Secondary into tertiary follicle, and completely matured follicle we call that as Graafian follicle. What is it guys? Graafian follicle. So guys, there is this process called ovulation, which exactly happens at the 14th day of the menstrual cycle, right? Not exactly 14th day, it varies from women to women, 13, 14 or 15, plus 2 or minus 2. But ovulation, generally we refer it to the 14th day, all right, where the mature egg bursts open a follicle and get released into the oviduct. That follicle is known as the Graafian follicle. The mature egg breaks open from a follicle. That mature follicle is known as Graafian follicle. Alright guys, yeah. So where does this development happen? How are the eggs are coming into the ovaries first of all, right? So in order to understand that, let us start learning about the oogenesis first. Alright children, yeah. Now we are going to learn oogenesis. Then I will teach you folliculogenesis. So guys, but you have to learn both of these things simultaneously, only then you can understand. It is a yolk sac. If this is the baby, developing baby, it will be attached to a yolk sac like this. Okay, this yolk sac will provide all the necessary cells because it has a pool of stem cells, right? From that, something called as primordial germ cells from which the egg arises, right? That will be supplied into the ovary of the developing fetus. So where does it occurring, guys? During intra-embryonic life, which means when the baby is developing inside the mother's womb. Understanding, guys? Understanding? Yeah. So now, even before birth, all this is happening. If you ask me exactly when this is happening, so guys, from 4th week to 5th week of pregnancy itself, the ovaries start to form, right? The gonads basically. In male child, testes will start to form, and in female child, ovaries will start to form. And by the end of 11th to 12th week, if you see, they will be fully developed. And inside the fully developed ovaries, this oogenesis and folliculogenesis will be happening. So that is why we say it happens during the intra-embryonic life. That is, in the embryo which is developing inside the womb of the mother. Understanding, guys? Understood all the details now? Right. Now, so this basics you have to know. Right? Now the primordial germ cell is going into the ovary, and from there they are starting to develop. Now, so let us see this, guys. Hope you guys understood this. So if you take the oogenesis, there are 3 steps, okay? So first we call it the multiplication phase, then the growth phase, then the maturation phase. Alright guys, so these are the 3 phases. Hope you all enjoyed. So if you enjoyed the lecture, give a like, a thumbs up, right? Subscribe to the channel. I will be coming up with a lot more videos, and children, it will be very, very, very helpful if you put the topics in the comment section. Ma'am, please teach so and so. Please teach me circulatory system, respiratory system, whatever you feel free to put it in the comment box. Yeah, I'm here to help you all. Whatever topic you want me to teach, yeah, from your grade 9 10 biology, I'm here to help you. And apart from that, kiddos, do subscribe and share it with your friends. It'll be very helpful. Trust me. Yeah, share it with your classmates. Give them the link, right? Ask them to watch the video. If they like, they can, they can subscribe and all. No compulsion. But share with your friends. Let us share knowledge. Okay, bye-bye, tata, and take care.